So um, we have already okay. Uh, some okay. Uh, Good evening, friends. Welcome to this online class. Now we'll start this online class. This is our third day, and this is MHI 3 historiography. I hope that you are enjoying the class and interacting with your resource persons. And most probably, I think this is my opinion that it should be interactive class and this is a collaborative learning. Teaching learning should take place on this platform, and basically I am suggesting all of you that better to interact with your resource person so that it will be more fruitful and useful for all of you, because when you discuss something in the online class you will learn more thing or more I think you will learn more number of things you can learn. But if you listen to the resource persons without interaction, I hope that it will not be so useful that the what the educationist believes. So that is why uh, according to my opinion, please ask question to the resource person and make it more interactive, and so that your resource person will be encouraged to answer those questions. And I hope that you don't have any problem and don't have any issues as such, and at this critical juncture. And hope that these classes will continue. And because number of, I hope that we have already formed WhatsApp group, and through WhatsApp group we have sending the SMS and all the information time to time. And please help the system to run so that your friends will get all the benefits out of it, because this is an online platform. There is no other alternative left to the organizations or to the educational institution. Even if the conventional system, they have already started this online class for the learners, because there is no option, and they have to finish the syllabus, they have to finish the syllabus for the semester examination. That is why it is my opinion or it is my views that better to intimate your friends, those who are missing the classes and online class particularly, or you can say this is a doubt clearing class. So please go through the materials, whatever the materials I have seen through these mails, please go through it, or you can download the materials. I have already shown you today. If possible, I will show you that how to download the material, where it is available. I hope that you are not visited. Have you visited the? It is my suggestion to all of you. Please visit the IGNOU website once. IGNOU website, there are a lot of information are there. You can get it, and you can utilize you can say for you or for your friends. Now I welcome our resource person, Dr. Sirish Kumar Sarangi, to to continue the class. As you know, that he is very punctual and sincere person, and we must listen to him and interact with him so that it will be more useful for us. Welcome to this online class, sir. And now it is over to you to continue the class.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I am very much grateful and thankful to our assistant director, uh, Dr. Vijay Kumar Sahu, sir. He is very sincere than me, and I hope to my learners they are able to understand my points. And we have already discussed two chapters. So, first chapter is the generalization, and the second chapter is the causation. Causation means the process of one event causing another event, and we have already started the objectivity and interpretation. So, regarding this chapter, we have already started half portion. We have already covered. So, before telling something before to my friends, I want to make it clear. I want to give some feedback before I am going to tell something regarding the objectivity. So here objectivity means to eliminate decisions based on personal bias. So whenever we will write something, we should not be biased. Here, one point I have clearly discussed with you that the objective historian's role is that of a neutral, disinterested judge, and it must never degenerate into that of an advocate. He should be impartial, he should be neutral, and he should not be a biased one. Otherwise, that will not be a history. Whenever we are going to write something, we should be very careful. We should be we should not be very sensitive regarding the facts or the data. Otherwise, it will not be fruitful. So here I will tell something about the development of the principle of objectivity. So I have also discussed with you. Still, then I want to say something. Uh, the belief that there is a reality of the past and it is possible to historical capture it has been ingrained in the dominant tradition of the Western historiography. The mainstream historiography in the Western world since the time of Herodotus maintained that the historical records refer to a real past and real human beings. So from the time of Herodotus, the father of history, what I mean to say that we should be very impartial. We should not be a biased one. So we should give the accurate of the past events, which will be fruitful for the future generation. Otherwise, last time Jyoti Chawla had given me a very beautiful question that the some history books also a biased one, like the British historians, they have taken the glory of the Britishers. So now it is the time to rewrite the history. So some historians they have also opened that we have to rewrite the history. So the objectivity, tradition, believed in both the reality of the past as well as in the possibility of its uh, mirror representation. It maintained that there was an correspondence between the intentions and the actions of the people, and the historians should accept themselves to comprehend the mental world of the people in the past. So, what is the duty of the historian? He should be maintaining. He should realize what is the record in the of the past events. What is the opinion of the people? So he should realize it. Otherwise, he cannot be a good historian. So you should, whenever we are collecting the facts, whenever we are collecting the different kinds of data or events, we should have thorough. We should have thorough knowledge, and we should have examined the data in a proper way, in a scientific way. Otherwise, it will not be a history. And the most important thing is that we should give much emphasis on the objectivity of the fact or the data. The development of modern science added a new dimension to this belief. So we think about the scientific method of the history writing. We will see we would see the history in the during the early period during the time of Herodotus and the history after the development of the science. It is a large gap. So it was now asserted that the method used in the sciences could be applicable to various branches of human knowledge. So after the discovery of the modern science, invention of the modern science, history, the field of history has changed a lot. Augustus Comte, the founder of positivism, believed that inductive method used in the natural sciences needed to be applied to the history as well as the humanities in general. So I have already discussed with you what is the deductive method and what is the inductive method. So here August Comte, he is the founder of the deductive method and he used the natural sciences to be applied in the history as well as the humanities in general. According to him, all societies historically passed through three stages of development. I have already these 3 points discussed with you. That is, the first is the infant stage, second is the adolescent, and third is the positive stage, the mature stage. So the most important is the positive stage, which witnessed the maturity of a human mind and the perfection of a human knowledge. So what he has told us about the maturity stage. So here it witnessed the maturity of a human mind and the perfection of a human knowledge. Now, there is no longer a search for the cause of the natural phenomena, but a quest for the discovery of the laws. Observation, reasoning, and the experimentation were the means to achieve this knowledge. So, how should be the writing of history? Here is given three things: observation, reasoning, and the experimentation were the means to achieve this knowledge. This knowledge means the positive stage. This was the scientific age, which is the final stage in the development of human societies as well as human mind. So these three things: observation, reasoning, and experimentation. These are the main points before writing the history. So, my dear friends, I think you are clear now. If you have any doubt, kindly ask me. Any doubt, please? Hello, Vishwajita, Vishwajita Mohanty,
Sir, I have
Vishwajita
some
Mohanty.
question.
Any doubt, please?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Okay, yes, you can ask me.
Sir, which chapter and which block you today you discuss that?
Santoshini, I think you are a newcomer to this place.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, na? From
Yes,
which
sir.
place you are coming?
Barampur, sir.
Barampur, okay. So you do one thing. This is third chapter. Okay,
Uh,
this is
third
third
block,
chapter. Okay,
sir. Third block,
third unity.
third unit.
Yeah,
First paper,
unity.
third unit.
Okay, unity third. Okay, unity
Okay, sir.
third, and you come to the 5.2.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Open the page number.
Okay,
It is
sir.
page number 29.
29. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Unity 3,
I got it.
and
I got it.
it should be 3.2, but it is written it is 5.2 it is written, but it is actually 3.2. Okay,
3.2, sir.
yeah, 3.2, but it is written 5.2, page number 29.
29. Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. So so it is the most important aspect I am discussing. So I think all of you try to participate in this class. Okay, so this is not that I will tell anything, but rather we will interact with each other. Then only the our class will be fruitful. Okay, Sutishna,
Yes, sir.
okay, you are from which place?
I am from Bhadrak, sir.
Bhadrak.
Good
Okay, thank
evening,
you.
sir. Good evening,
So,
sir.
Sutishna, what you are telling?
Sir, I have many doubts.
Many doubts. I think you are the today you when came to this class, Suchita. Today you
Yes,
came. Huh?
yes, sir.
Today you joined this class.
When I joined,
Okay, when you joined today or yesterday.
not yesterday, day before
Okay,
yesterday. Day before
okay.
yesterday,
So what is your doubt? Yes, tell me.
the previous chapters, just unit 2.
Okay.
Okay. And, I am not present in this class. That's why I have many doubts in this chapter.
So you see one thing. Again, we will come back means we will not able to complete unit 3.
Okay, okay.
Suchita. So just within a few lines, I can complete the unity 1. So one thing I want to tell you, kindly go through the entire lessons. Otherwise, you see, historiography is one of the main paper in your PG stage. So
Yes,
one
sir.
should, if you want to write something, if you want to be a good historian, if you want to write better history, then you have to thoroughly understand about the historiography. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so
Yes.
just I will tell the unit 1 and unit 2 within 3 to 4 sentences. So one thing, generalization means first
Yes.
what we will do, we will take some data first. We have to collect some data. Then we will come to the generalization. Generalization means we will come to the conclusion. So we have to understand what is the generalization. So generalization, it is a statement. Generalization means it is a statement or concept obtained by inference. Okay, did you understand? I think so. ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କହୁଛେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କହୁଛେ କରୋନା ଭାଇରସ ହେଇଗଲା ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଜୁନରେ ଏପରି ପରିସ୍ଥିତି ଥିଲା ଜୁଲାଇରେ କମିଯିବ ନା ବଢିଯିବ ସେତିକି
Yes, sir.
କରୋନା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ବଢି ବଢି ଯାଉଛି ଆମେ କହୁଛେ ଇଏ ବଢିବ ନା ଆହୁରି କମିବ
Body, sir.
ବଢିବ ସୋ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ଜେନେରାଲାଇଜେସନ क्वेश्चन किए पचार संतोषिनी महाराणा फ्रॉम ब्रह्मपुर आई थिंक
Again,
संतोषिनी
sir. Again,
ବୁଝାପଡ଼ିଲା
sir.
ନା so
Again,
ଆମେ
sir.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦେଖୁଛେ this is the generalization, this is the conclusion. So okay, so at least you have to thoroughly go through the chapter unity 1, otherwise you cannot understand properly, because I have already covered. Because you see one thing, my dear friends, I have given only 8 classes and I have to cover 30 units. So it is not it is not at all an easy task. So anyhow, I want to cover your chapters because so many students are there from different places of our country. So if you are going back to, again we will remain within 2 units, because our director, he has also informed me to complete the course in time. So this is second unity is that causation. Causation means you see cause and event, the process of one event causing another event. So ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ସନ୍ତୋଷିନୀ,
Again, sir.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଜାଣୁଛେ ଯେ ଥଣ୍ଡା ହେଇଗଲା ଯେ ଜର ହୋଇଯିବ, this is
Again.
the cause and effect. ହେଲା, ଆମେ ଦେଖିଲେ first world war, what were the causes and what were its consequences. ହେଲା, we saw first world war, we saw second world war. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା Indo China war, so
Again.
we are concluding, we are generalizing the statements. So this is known as the causation, which I have already discussed. So now the third unity 3, that is objectivity and interpretation. So what does it mean? What does the meaning of objectivity? So objectivity means to eliminate decisions based on personal bias. That means we should not be biased. Suppose Santoshini, you are asking me the question. Suppose you are writing the history of your village or of your town, Barhamur town.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So ଯେତେବେଳେ ତମେ ଲେଖୁଛ, ତମେ ଲେଖିଦବନି ଯେ ତମର ଯୋଉ ବୁଢୀ ଘର ଠାକୁରାଣୀ ଅଛନ୍ତି ବା ତମର ଯୋଉଠି ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଠାକୁରାଣୀ ଯାତ୍ରା ପ୍ରତି 3 ବର୍ଷ ଥରେ ହଉଛି, ତା ଉପରେ ତମେ blindly you should not write it, because you are belonging to that Barhamur town.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
ହେଲେ ତମେ ଯଦି ସେଟା ଲେଖିଦବ, it will not be a history. So
Yes.
the historians should not be a biased one. They should free from the superstitions. They should free from the personal favorism. ଆମେ personal ଜିନିଷଟା ମୋର ସେଟା ଅଛି ବୋଲି ଆମେ ତାକୁ ଫେଭର କରିବାକୁ ହବ ନାହିଁ. This is all about the objectivity, and I have already covered 50% I have already covered. So the next interesting thing is that development of the principle of the objectivity. Objectivity means we should not be a biased one. I think you are clear, Santoshini.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Sir,
So,
sir,
okay, yes.
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ କହିବାର ଥିଲା ଏବେ
Hmm.
ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ଦୁଇଟା ଚାପ୍ଟର ଆପଣ ଅଲରେଡି ଡିସ୍କସନ କରିସାରିଛନ୍ତି ଯେହେତୁ ମୁଁ
Hmm.
ନୂଆ ଆଜି ପାଇଁ ତ
Hmm.
ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ଆମେ ପ୍ରଥମେ ପଢିବୁ ଦେନ୍ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଡାଉଟ୍ କ୍ଲିୟର କଲେ ମେ ବି ଆମର ଚାପ୍ଟର ଗୁଡାକ ଜଲ୍ଦି କଭର ହେଇପାରିବ ମୁଁ ସେୟା
हाँ
ଭାବୁଛି।
नेक्स्ट ठीक अच्छी शुण लास्ट गोटे दिटा क्लास मु रखिबी लास्ट दिटा
ଆଜ୍ଞା
क्लास मु रखिबी हमर खाली
ଆଜ୍ଞା
डाउट क्लियरिंग क्लास में रखिबी ओके
ଆଜ୍ଞା आଜ୍ଞା
सो तेणु तुम
ଆଜ୍ଞା
प्रिपेयर ही आस ना लास्ट 5 to 10 minutes दिबो अगेन वी विल डिस्कस ओवर इट आई विल गिव यू दैट टाइम इन
ओके
तमे जतबेले पचारिबो सेतबेले मोर एक्चुअली क्लास आउरी लायबल हबो एंड आई विल बी आल्सो हैप्पी वन it
यस
doesn't
सर
mean that just I will tell and you will listen. It is an interacting class. It is a discussion class. You will give me some questions wherever you feel the problems of any unity. Okay,
यस सर यस
Santoshini.
सर यस सर
So
यस सर
okay, so in this thing page 29, my dear friends. So here we have seen what the three principles, that is the infancy, the adolescence, and the positive stage. Positive stage means mature stage. So in the mature stage, what happened? Uh, it witnessed the maturity of human mind and the perfection of human knowledge during infancy and adolescence. So here it is not giving any importance to adolescence and the infancy. Rather, in the maturity stage, it comes to the perfection of a human mind. So here the our historian they have given 3 points: observation, reasoning, and experimentation, were the means to achieve this knowledge. So before going to write something, we have to observe, we have to analyze, we have to see, and observation and reasoning. Then we will apply our reasons. Then we will ask different kinds of questions like how, why, what, such type of questions which I have already discussed, and our experimentation. Then we will make different kinds of experiment. Okay, experimentation where the means to achieve this knowledge. So this is the scientific age, which is the final stage in the development of human societies as well as the human mind. So what happened? The history during the time of Herodotus and the history during our time, it is totally different from each other, because it is the it is a this is the period of science. Generally, we can put different kinds of questions: why it happened, how it happened, what were its main causes, what are its which causes were lying here and which causes were not present, and why that causes were not present, what happened. So we have put different kinds of questions. So my dear friends, I will go ahead. Santoshini,
यस सर यस सर यस सर
okay. So another tradition which laid the foundation of objective history in the 19th century. It was a tradition starting with the Niebuhr and Rank in Germany. Although it was Niebuhr who first introduced the critical method of writing history. Niebuhr, belonging to Germany, he first started how to write the critical interpretation of history. It was a Rank who truly and elaborately laid the foundation of a genuinely objective historiography. So, objective historiography, though Niebuhr he started how to write the critical history, it was Niebuhr. It was it was a Rank who started the foundation, who has laid the foundation of objective historiography. Objective. What should be the objective? He clearly distinguished history from the literature and philosophy. So, what is history? What is literature? And what is philosophy? It is different from each other. ଦେଖ ପିଲାମାନେ, ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି, ଆମେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଓଡ଼ିଆଟା ସବୁବେଳେ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିର କିଛି କାହାଣୀକୁ ନେଇକିରି ଲେଖାଯାଏ ଏବଂ ସେଇଟା କ'ଣ କରାଯାଏ ନା ଅଳଙ୍କାର ଦିଆଯାଏ ଏବଂ ତାକୁ ସୁନ୍ଦର କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଭାଷା ଦିଆଯାଏ ହେଲା, that is known as a literature. କିନ୍ତୁ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ it does not need any kind of ornamental languages. It needs simple languages. Okay, so here rank he has defined what is literature and what is the philosophy. So philosophy is different from history. Okay. By doing so, he attempted to read it of an overdose of imagination and metaphysical speculation. So here he has given another thing. So we should not use overdose. Hello? We should not use overdose, or we should not imagine seriously or deeply. We should not imagine. From the historian, the job of the historian was to investigate the past on its own terms and to show to the readers how it is essential was. So, what is the duty of the historians? So, our duty is to investigate the past. So, being history is the record of the past events, so it is our duty. It is the duty of the historian to investigate, to examine, so to investigate, to examine the past. Okay, so the readers will know, and he had to prove how it is essential it was. It did not mean that the rank had a blind faith in the records. He is in fact wanted the historians to subject the source to strict examination and look for the internal consistency so as to determine whether they were genuine or later additions. So whenever we will see, suppose ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଘଟଣା ନେଲେ ସନ୍ତୋଷିନୀ, suppose ଆମେ ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁର ଗୋଟେ ଘଟଣା ଗୋଟେ ଧରିଗଲେ, ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଲେଖିବ ତମର ଯୋଉ ଠାକୁରାଣୀ ଯାତ୍ରା ହଉଛି ହେଲା, ତମେ ତା ଉପରେ ଡିଟେଲ ଭାବେ ଦେଖିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ନା କିଛି ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ସମୟରେ କିଛି କିଏ ଏଡିସନ କରିଛି. So we should go deeply, we should think it deeply, then only your historiography, your history writing positively will be different from others. He wanted the historians to critically examine and verify all the sources before reposing their trust in them. So it is the duty of the historian to make critical examination. So what does it mean? What does the meaning of critical examination? Who can say? Santoshini.
Sir, it is a complicated process, I think. There the historian
Okay.
thoroughly go through the subject matter, and they evaluate the situation of the city, or whatever may be the place. Then they write their
Yes, you are trying to answer the question. So my point is that we should see the pros and cons. We should we should examine its relevant and disrelevant. Suppose someone has added something. ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କାଲି ମୁଁ କହୁଥିଲି, ଜଣେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ପଚାରିଥିଲା ଜ୍ୟୋତି ଚାୱଲା. So ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ଜଣେ ଗୋଟେ ଧନ୍ୟ ଜଣେ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫାଇଟର ଜଣେ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ଧନ୍ୟ ମହାତ୍ମା ଗାନ୍ଧୀ. ମହାତ୍ମା ଗାନ୍ଧୀକୁ ଜଣେ କହିବ ଆରେ ଇଏ ପିଲାଦିନେ ଚୋରଉଥିଲେ, ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଚୋରଟା, ଇଏ ପ୍ରକୃତରେ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫାଇଟର ନୁହଁ ହେଲା. So ଆମର ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ହେଲା, we have to examine the different records. We have to examine, we have to search the different facts. What is the contribution of Mahatma Gandhi, whether he is a thief or a freedom fighter? ହେଲା. So ଆମର ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି, ବ୍ରହ୍ମପୁର ଦେଖିବ ଗୁଡାଏ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫାଇଟର ଅଛନ୍ତି ଏବଂ କେତେ ଜଣ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫାଇଟର ନଥିଲେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫାଇଟର କରିଦିଆଯାଇଛି. ସତରେ ମିଛ ଏଇଟା ସନ୍ତୋଷିନୀ? ତମେ ଦେଖିବ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ଲୋକ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫାଇଟର ନଥିଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ କାଳକ୍ରମେ ତାକୁ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫାଇଟର କରିଦିଆଯାଇଛି, in order to get some remuneration, from the government. But it is not the duty of the historian. ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବାକୁ ପଡିବ whether what is his contribution. We should have critically examined its pros and cons. Then only our historiography will be a positive one, or otherwise we will not be a historian. I think I am clear. Santoshini,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. But once it was proved that the records were genuine and belonged to the age which the historian was studying, the historian may put complete faith in them. He called these records as a primary sources and maintained that these sources would provide the foundation for a true representation of the contemporary period. The historians should trust the archival records more than the printed ones, which might be biased. So here he is given one interesting thing. What is the primary records and what is the secondary records? I am putting this question. Kindly let me know, my dear friends. What is the
But
primary records and what is the secondary records?
sir,
These
କୋଉ
2 points
pageରେ
are
ଅଛି?
most essential before writing the history.
Sir, କୋଉ pageରେ
Primary
ଅଛି
resources,
ଆପଣ ଯୋଉଟା ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି?
some primary
30.
resources, some
Okay,
primary
Jyoti.
sources, some primary sources are those sources like which are first-hand sources. That means
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
which we directly
Yes, yes,
see,
beautiful.
or
Okay.
like newspapers and all. So these are that means when we directly get to know about it, like witness. Suppose an accident takes place and one is an eyewitness, so that becomes the primary source. And
So,
Hmm.
when
so
that
yes, yes.
person when
Huh.
that person
Okay.
reveals the incident in front of another person and the other person goes and tells to some other person, that becomes the secondary source. That means the second hand sources, that is
So,
known as a
so
secondary source.
oh, thank you very much. You have given a beautiful. You have narrated. So I can tell one thing. That is the primary. Primary means there is no second one. I think I am clear. Okay,
Yes.
Jyoti. Primary means there is no second one. So
Yes, sir.
if anything will come, that will be the second.
Huh.
Jyoti Chawla,
Yes, sir. Direct sources, those are primary sources.
primary. So ଏବେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା, ଏବେ ଆମେ ହାତୀଗୁମ୍ଫା inscription ଦେଖିବା। ହେଲା, ହାତୀଗୁମ୍ଫା inscription that is primary or secondary?
So that is primary.
ହାତୀଗୁମ୍ଫା inscription that is primary.
So,
ଆମେ ଯିବା ଇଏ ଏଇଠିକି ଆସିବା ଏ ଯୋଉ ଆମର ଉଦୟଗିରି, ଖଣ୍ଡଗିରି and ଉଦୟଗିରି ଯୋଉ ହାତୀଗୁମ୍ଫା
yes,
inscription ଆସିଥିଲା, ଆଉ ଆମେ ଆସିବା ଅଶୋକର inscription 13 rock cut. Okay, that is the primary or
yes, sir.
secondary? That is
So
the
a
a
whole
primary,
primary sources. What we are seeing,
primary
that is
source.
primary.
Primary. So primary source means there is no secondary. It is number one. ଆଉ ଯାହା ତାପରେ ଆସିବ ଯାହା ତାପରେ ଆମେ ଲେଖିବା that is a secondary sources. କିନ୍ତୁ ଏତିକି ମନେ ରଖିଥ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ, so primary and secondary sources both are required to write something on history. Okay, so both are equally important to write down the history. So ସିଏ କହୁଛି ଏଇଠି ସେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କୁହାଯାଉଛି, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଲେ ଯେ ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରାଇମେରୀ ପ୍ରୋସେସ true and you discovered these sources from the archives, so you should not be worried and you should not be make any suspicion on that record and you will go ahead. Okay, so the historian should trust the archival records more than the printed ones. So what is the duty of the historians? They should trust the archival records more than the printed ones. So this is the duty of the historian. This then emphasizes that the facts were in the records which the historians needed to be discovered. So the facts were in the record. So it is our duty to find out the facts. If the historian were impartial, followed a proper scientific method, then improved his personality on the process of investigation, it is possible to reconstruct the past from these facts. There was an enormous belief in the facts in the 19th and early decades of the 20th century. So then only you can write the ultimate history. So what should we do whenever we will go to the archives? when we will get our data, then without any hesitation, we will go through it and we should collect the data or the facts and we should have an examination the regarding our data. Okay, then after we should write note down the history. Then automatically it will be, truly speaking, it will be the our desired thing or desired writing. So ultimate history we cannot have in the generation, but we can dispose of conventional history and show the point we have reached on the road from one to the other. Now that all information is within reach and every problem has become capable of solution. So ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଟପିକ ନେବା ତମେ ଏ ଜିନିଷରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏମଫିଲ ପିଏଚଡି କରିବ ୟୁ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ୱେଲ୍ ଅଣ୍ଡରଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡ ଏଟ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଟାଇମ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଟପିକ ନବା ହେଲା ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଧନ୍ୟ ଖରାବେଳ ଗୋଟେ ଟପିକ ନବା ସୋ वी शुड गो टू द आर्काइव्स रे ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ଏ जो 13 डॉक्टर ଏଠି ଅଛି ସରି जो ଆମର जो 17 लाइन्स ଅଛି of the खराबेଳ we should examine it, we should properly verify it, and we should give important, we should give to write in a scientific manner. Then only our mission, that our mission is how to write, our mission is historiography, how to write history in a scientific manner, then only it will be fulfilled. This belief in possibility of uncovering all the sources and thus writing ultimate history was accepted in an extremely popular textbook in historical method by French historians Lagossis. So what he has told us, when all the documents are known and have gone through the operations which fit them for use, the work of a critical scholarship will be finished. In the case of some ancient period for which documents are rare, we can now see that in generation or two it will be time to stop. So ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଯିବା, ଯେତେବେଳେ we will refer it's the ancient documents, okay, then only our mission, our thought will be fulfilled and we will write the proper history. So I think I am clear what I am telling. If you have any question, kindly ask me. Anusmita? Anusmita? Anusmita Pari?
No doubt, sir.
No question? No doubt? Then Vishwajita Mahanti? Vishwajita? Vishwajita Mahanti? No doubt. I think I will go ahead. I will go ahead.
Yes,
Jyoti
Yes,
Chawla? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will
No
go
doubt,
ahead.
sir.
So, okay, Jyoti,
Yes, sir.
any question?
No, sir.
No question. I will go ahead. Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Yes.
the scientific status of history was forcefully asserted by J.B. Bury, a renowned historian, acting successor to the Regius Chair at Cambridge. He believed that although history may supply material for literary art or philosophical speculation, she is herself simply a science, no less and no more. So J.B. Bury, he has given a beautiful sentence. History is a simple science. History is a science, no less and no more. Just like whenever we are going to experiment something in science, likewise in history also we are examining something. Even George Clark, in his book Cambridge Modern History, though he did not believe in a possibility of writing ultimate history, made a distinction between hardcore of facts and the surrounding pulp of disputable interaction. So he has given another opinion, though he believed that it is very, very difficult to write the ultimate history, the total mature history. But he has made a distinction between hard core of facts and the surrounding pulp of disputable interpretation. So, E.H. Carr, another historian who has given the facts are available to historians in documents, inscriptions, and so on, like the fish in the fishermonger's slab. The historian collects them, takes them home, and cooks and serves them in whatever style appeals to him. It is the most interesting statement of E.H. Carr. You have to remember it, and I also think that you will give in your note. Okay, E.H. Carr, kindly see page number 30. Okay, my dear friends. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
You see page number 30, the beautiful quotation
Yes.
of E.H. Carr. Okay,
Page number
here
30.
here is given. Okay, I think you have opened the page and you have see the quotation what E.H. Carr has opened. Santoshini?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you see the facts are available to historians in documents, inscriptions, and so on. So whenever we are in a mood to write something, it is available in the form of documents and inscriptions. It is open for us. And like the fish in the fishmonger's slab, এটা କେମିତି ନା ଯେ ଧନ୍ୟ ଗୋଟେ କେଉଟ ସେ କେଉଟ ଯେମିତି ତାର ମୁଣି ଭିତରେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ମାଛ ଯାକ ରଖିଥାଏ ହେଲା the historian collects them, takes them home and cooks and serves them in whatever style he appeals them. ଯେମିତି କେଉଟ ତାର ମାଛ ରଖିଥାଏ ମୁଣି ଭିତରେ ସେ ତାକୁ ମାଛକୁ ଘରକୁ ନିଏ ଏବଂ ସେ ତାକୁ ଚାହିଁଲେ ଭଜା କରେ ମାଛ ଭଜା କରେ ମାଛ ଆମ୍ବିଳ କରେ ମାଛ ବେସର କରେ ଯାହା ତାକୁ ଲାଇକ୍ ଲାଗେ ସେ ଯେମିତି କରେ. So it is the duty of the historian. He collects the facts, takes them home and cooks and serves them in a whatever style appeals to him. ତାକୁ ଯେମିତି ଲାଗେ ସେ ତାକୁ ସେମିତି କରେ ବୋଲି it is the opinion of the E.H. Carr. So if you have any doubt please Anusmita.
No, sir.
No, sir. So, in the beginning of the 20th century, historiography moved to other direction away from the political history, which the 19th century historians specialized in it. So, 19th century and the 20th century both are different from each other because in 19th century political history has given importance. Social, economic, and cultural histories began to be written. So ଆଗ ଯୋଉ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଲେଖା ଯାଉଥିଲା ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସେ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ବହୁତ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଗଲାଣି. 19th century they have written only political history. Political history ମିନ୍ସ କୋଉ ରାଜା ଥିଲେ କଣ ଥିଲେ କେତେ ତାଙ୍କର ମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ ଥିଲେ କଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ଆଡମିନିଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସନ କେମିତି ଥିଲା ଏକଥା ଲେଖାଉଥିଲା. କିନ୍ତୁ 20th century କଣ ହେଇଛି ନା social history, economic history and the cultural history has begun to be written. ଏ ସବୁ ଯାକ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ପଶିଗଲାଣି. The historians started to look at already available documents from new perspective and for different purposes. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସେମାନେ କଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ନା historians ମାନେ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି the military history, the cultural history of Ganjam, the socio-economic and the religious history of some place. So these are the new trends of history. It was also pointed out that the works of even those historians, including Rank, who believed in complete objectivity and professed the use of primary sources, were full of rhetorical elements and were many times based on printed on secondary sources. So ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସେ କଣ ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ମୋ ଅଣ୍ଡରରେ ଜଣେ କାମ କରିଥିଲା PhD କାମ ସେଠି ମୁଁ ଲେଖିଥିଲି ଦ ହେଲ୍ଥ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଡିଜିଜ ଅଫ ମେଡିସିନ ଅଫ ସାଉଥ ଓଡ଼ିଶା. ବୁଝା ପଡିଲା? ହ୍ୟାଲୋ, the health and disease of medicine of South Odisha of the tribal people. So it is completely new. It is completely new in Odisha. ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ଓଡ଼ିଶା ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି କଂଗ୍ରେସକୁ ଗଲି ସେତେବେଳେ ପ୍ରଫେସର ମାନେ they became astonished. How did I able to take such a beautiful topic? So it is all about the different trends, the different motives of the scholars and the guide. So with this, I want to ask any question you have. Kindly ask me. Any question?
No, sir.
No question?
No, sir.
Anushmita? No question?
No,
So I
sir.
will go ahead.
No, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
Chinmay Pushti.
Yes, sir.
Huh? So the historians believed that history could be written scientifically and objectively. Objectively means try to remember this point. Objectively means not biased. We should not be we should not be biased. So they believed that history could be written scientifically and objectively, and that there was a direction in which the history was moving continuously. So how we will move the history? How we will make the history a successful one? How we will make the history we will take it to the highest pinnacle of its writing. So we should not be a biased one. We should be written scientifically and objectively. So then only our mission can be fulfilled. Rank in the 1920s to Robert Fosel in the 1970s believed in the scientific status of history. They thought that if proper scientific methods of inquiry were used, it could be possible to get close to what really happened in the past. It was also necessary for them to make a sharp division between history and literature. So always there is a confusion what is literature and what is history. I think Munandora, hello, Muna, hello, Muna, not able to, Muna, I think you
Yes,
are able
sir.
to listen me.
Yes, sir.
Muna, তুমি କୋଉଠୁ ଆସୁଛ?
Bargad.
ବରଗଡ଼। ବୁଝା ପଡୁଛି ନା ନାହିଁ?
Yes, sir.
ଓକେ, ଶୁଣ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ସେମାନେ ଆଉ ଥରେ ସେ କହିଲେ ଯେ we should not confuse history with the literature. So literature କଥା ମୁଁ କହିଥିଲି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ଯେତେବେଳେ ସବୁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ କବିତା ଲେଖାଯାଇଛି ବା ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରୋଜ ଲେଖାଯାଇଛି, ଗଦ୍ୟ ଲେଖାଯାଇଛି, ଲିଟରେଚରଟା ଆଉ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଟା ବୋଥ୍ ଆର୍ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଫ୍ରମ୍ ଇଚ୍ ଅଦର। ହେଲା, ଗଦ୍ୟ କ'ଣ ହୁଏ ନା କେତେ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ କାହାଣୀକୁ ନେଇକିରି, ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିର କାହାଣୀକୁ ନେଇକିରି ଆମର ଲିଟରେଚର ତିଆରି କରାଯାଏ। ହେଲା, ସେଠି ଅଳଙ୍କାରିକ ଭାଷା ଦିଆଯାଏ, ସେଠି ତାକୁ ସୁନ୍ଦର କରିବା ପାଇଁ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରକାର କଳ୍ପନାର କାହାଣୀ ଦିଆଯାଏ। କିନ୍ତୁ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ ଏ କଳ୍ପନା ନାହିଁ। ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିରେ ଆମେ କେବଳ କ'ଣ କରିବା? We will write the facts. We have to collect the data properly. Otherwise it will lead towards something other. ସେଟା ଲିଟରେଚର ହେଇପାରେ, ଫିଲୋସଫି ହେଇପାରେ, ଆଉ କିଛି ହେଇଯିବ। So ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଲେଖୁଛେ, we should not be biased one. We should give the scientifically approach of history. Okay. Then critics of objectivity. I am coming to another point. So if you have any question, kindly ask me. Otherwise, I will go ahead. Okay, I will go ahead.
Yes.
Santoshini,
Yes, sir.
Santoshini, any doubt?
Yes. Right,
No
sir.
doubt. Okay,
Right,
thank
sir.
you. So critics of objectivity. Objectivity ଅର୍ଥ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଯେ one should not be biased one. So now what is the critics? What they opine regarding the objectivity? We will now observe it. So here I want to tell one thing. Here the historians, they opine that one should be free from bias. One should write the scientific and the objectivity of the historiography. Historiography should be properly scientific. Okay, and one should not be a biased one. So now we will see what the critics, what they have opined. So in the late 20th century, the confidence in the objectivity and scientific of history faced challenges. So it is a beautiful point, but in the 19th century, it faced a mass challenge. So what is that challenge? Anthropologists like Caliud, Levi Status denied that the modern Western civilization based on rationality and science was in any way superior to the pre-modern or even savage or communicative so far as successful coping with life is concerned. At another level, many historians and theories of history began to think that history was closer to literature than to science. So, କେତେକ ଲୋକ କହିଲେ କେତେକ historians they opine that history is closer to science. Sorry, history is closer to literature and science. So, history therefore is the story told by the historians. In other words, Louis Mink, an American philosopher of history, told stories are not lively but told. Mink further argued that life has no beginnings, middle, or ends. Such sequences belong only to stories as well as to history, and therefore history is much like the story. So, what is the difference between story and a history? Okay, so here he want to say that what we are telling a story that is not a history. History and a story both are different from each other. Next, the constraints of evidence and individual bias. Constraints means the limitations. Okay, constraints of evidence and individual bias. Individual bias means what I have told that we should not be biased one. So it was a Kant, the great German philosopher influenced by the ideas of enlightenment, who propounded the ideas which were taken up by Dilthey, Croke, Collingwood, and Oakeshott for criticizing the philosophical quest that the human world could be comprehended in the same way as the natural world. Kant's formulation that there was a separation between the real world and the subject trying to make sense of it led to the idea that it was not possible to reconstruct the reality and that the correspondence theory of truth was not valid. This view was developed later to challenge the notion that history could be like a science. So what happened here? The historians they opine that whenever we are writing a story or whenever we are writing a fact, whenever we are taking a problem to write something, we should write very scientifically. Very scientifically. We should not be confused. We should not be a biased one. Again, he is repeating the same. So, William Dilthey, a German philosopher, clearly demarcated between scientific knowledge and cultural knowledge. So, what happened? There is a difference between scientific knowledge and a cultural knowledge. Cultural means we will give importance to socio-economic and religious. That is the cultural aspect of something, and scientific method is different. So, in his book entitled Introduction to Historical Knowledge and published in 1883, and in some later articles, he differentiated between science and history on the basis of the different fields of research, different experience, and different attitudes of the researchers. According to him, while the scientist was external to the reality of in nature, the historian was involved in a process of constructing reality. So, there is a interesting. We have to see what happened. What is science and what is history? So, my dear friends, I think I am clear, Santoshini.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, yes, Jyoti Chawla. Jyoti Chawla,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
are you able to understand my points?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here is given what is science and what is history. ଦେଖ ପିଲାମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲାବୋରେଟୋରୀକୁ ଯାଉ ଧରିନିଅ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ आमे देखिबा ऑक्सीजन और हाइड्रोजन मिसिकरी हमर कोन होची ना वाटर आसुची ना ना ज्योति हेलो
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
यस सो आमे जतबे देखिबा ऑक्सीजन और हाइड्रोजन दीटे जाकर मिक्सचर टा ऑलवेज इट इज ट्रू एंड ऑलवेज आर एपर सेपट हेले वाटर हे परिबो नाही ओके
Yes,
इट इज
sir.
साइंस इट इज साइंस धरनियो आमे बर्तन कोरोना भाइरस रो बर्तन मेडिसिन बाहरिबो से जो आमे मेडिसिन टा जो बाहरिबो तार जदि एपट सेपट टिके हे जिवो से आ मेडिसिन काम करिवो नाही दैट इज साइंस सतना मिछ
Yes, sir.
यस हेले किंतु गोटे जिनिस होउची आमे जेतेबेले हिस्ट्री रो एनालिसिस करिबा आमे देखिबा जे फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड रो कजेस आमे देखिबा सेकंड वर्ल्ड रो कजेस धरनियो आमे थर्ड वर्ल्ड रो हे जिवो तार कजेस भितरे बहुत डिफरेंस रहिबो बुझा पड़ले ना नहीं मु कहया कथा बुझले ना नहीं साइंस
हाँ
और
सर
हिस्ट्री इन हिस्ट्री वी हैव टू टेक several facts and we have to analyze in a different way and that is what is history but in science it is a limited aspect but in history it is no limitation I think I am clear and if you understand and not kindly let me know it Bonapriya
Yes, sir.
I think you able to understand my points
Yes, sir.
or any problem
No, sir.
or any problem kindly tell me any question Bonapriya
Yes, sir.
any question
No, sir.
no sir Chinmay Pushti he is not responding Jyoti Chawla
Yes, sir.
any question
No, sir.
are you able to understand my point what is history and science
Yes, sir.
yes then Santoshini
yes sir
बुझा पड़ला
आज्ञा sir
Suchishita from Suchishita Behra from Bhadrak Suchishita दीप्तिमयी बुझा पड़ला
Yes, sir.
दीप्तिमयी
Yes,
Huh?
yes, sir.
yes I will go ahead
Okay.
okay then then Benedetto Croce the Italian historian and thinker followed Dilthey in the belief that there is a fundamental distinction between science and history so another philosopher another historian he has given in a different way according to him the past exists only through the mind of the historian he declared that all history is contemporary history it is how so here another interesting thing is that Benedetto what he told that all history are contemporary history so according to him the past exists only through the mind of the historian suppose तमे बर्तमान अशोक उपर लिखिबो बा खराबेल उपर लिखिबो सो तमरो माइंड टा ही पास्ट को जाउछि तुमे ही अतीत को जाउछ द पास्ट एक्जिस्ट ओनली थ्रू द माइंड ऑफ द हिस्टोरियन जे लेखुछि ता मुंडरे ही पास्ट रहि जाइछि ही डिक्लेयर दैट ऑल हिस्ट्री इज कंटेम्पररी हिस्ट्री सपोज मु तमे अशोक उपर लिखिबो तमे जहा लिखिछो आमे देखिया अन्य हिस्टोरी मैंने जो लिखिछंती हला सेमानकर हिस्ट्री आ तम हिस्ट्री भितरे बहुत तफात हे जिवो हला तमे देखिबो आमे लिखिछंती पी माइती हो बा आरसी मित्तल हो बा आरसी साहू हो जो मान लिखिछंती से माने तांकर विजन अनुसार से माने लिखिछंती एवं तमे जहा लिखिबो तमरो विजन टा अलगा हे जिवो रोमिले थापर जहा लिखिथिले तमे जदि लिखिबो एटा निश्चय चेंज हे जिवो काहे कि ना से कहले all history is contemporary history contemporary history means समसामयिक तुमे तम एज रे तम जो चिंताधारा आसीबो ସେଇଟା ରୋମିନ ଥାପର ସେଇଟା ହୁଏତ ନଥାଇ ପାରେ। So it was however R.G. Collingwood, a British historian and philosopher who provided a detailed exposition of the line of criticism in his posthumously published book, The Idea of History. Collingwood elaborately his idea of historical relativism. He believed that the past simply as a past is wholly unknowable. So ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ past ଜିନିଷ ଲେଖୁଛେ, it is totally past and it is unknowable. Therefore, the history was not at all about the real past but a creation of the historian. So here what he has told that the critics what he has told that ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ past ଲେଖୁଛେ, history means the record of the past. So ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲେଖୁଛେ, that is not the real past and but a creation of the historian. এটা বুঝা পড়ে না এরা? It is not a real past but a creation of the historian. যেତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଲେଖୁଛେ, ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି historian ତାକୁ କ୍ରିଏଟ କରିଛି, କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ଯଦି ସେ ଯୁଗକୁ ପଳେଇ ଯିବା, ସେଇଠିକି ଆମେ ପଳେଇ ଯିବା, that will be not a real past. So I think you are clear, Diptimayi? Hello, Diptimayi? बुझा पड़ला? अच्छा. History is therefore written by the people who are basically concerned about the present. So history is therefore written by the people who are basically concerned about the present. ଆମେ ଯୋଉମାନେ present ରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଦ୍ୱାରା ହିଁ ଲେଖା ଯାଉଛି. It is true. ଯୋଉମାନେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ସେମାନେ ହିଁ past ଟାକୁ ଲେଖିବେ. And there is nothing wrong with it. So his goal is the goal of the thinking being is the knowledge of the present to that of everything must return round, that everything must revolve. So ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜଣେ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଲେଖୁଛି, ହେଲା, ଧନ୍ୟ ଯିଏ ଏବେ ଲେଖିବ, ସେ ଅତୀତକୁ ଯିବାକୁ ବାଧ୍ୟ, ଏବଂ ଅତୀତକୁ ଗଲେ ସେ କ'ଣ ହବ? He is not writing the real past. Real past try to realize its meaning. Real past. So ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ past create kale, but we are not giving that real past. Okay, here the critics they are opined. So
Sir,
since all history is historians' ideas about the past, all history is the history of a thought. So is there any question? Kindly ask me.
sir, real past ମାନେ ଆଜ୍ଞା, real
ହଁ,
past ମାନେ ସେ ସମୟକୁ ଯାଇକି ଯେତେବେଳେ ହିଷ୍ଟୋରିଆନ ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି, ସେତେବେଳେ ସେ ସମୟକୁ ଯାଇକି ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି और କିଛି ଡାଟା କଲେକ୍ଟ କରିକି ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି, ସେମିତିକୁ ବୁଝେଇବା, ମାନେ ସେ ରିଏଲ ଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଟଟା ସେ ଲେଖୁନାହାନ୍ତି, କିଛି ସେ କାଳ୍ପନିକ ବି ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି, ସେଟାକୁ ବୁଝିବା କି?
ହଁ ସେଇଟା ଶୁଣ, ମାନେ ଦେଖ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କହୁଛି, ଧନ୍ୟ ଆମେ ତମେ ଏବେ ଅଶୋକ ଉପରେ ଲେଖିଲ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ବା ଖାରବେଳ ଉପରେ ଲେଖିଲ, ହେଲେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଆମେ କ'ଣ କଲେ ନା ସେ ଟାଇମକୁ ଯାଇକି ଲେଖୁଛେ,
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ମାନେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
this is the opinion of the critics, those who are
yes sir
criticizing history, I am telling it, ହେଲା, ହେଲେ ଆମେ କ'ଣ କରୁଛେ, ସେ ଅତୀତକୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଯାଉଛେ, ତାକୁ ଇମାଜିନ କରୁଛେ, ତାକୁ ଇମାଜିନ କରିକି ଏମିତି ଏମିତି ହେଇଥିବ, ଯୋଉ ଡାଟା ପାଇଲେ ତାକୁ ଧରି ଆମେ ତାକୁ ବେସ୍ କରି ଲେଖିଲେ, ହେଲା, ହେଲେ ତମର ଭିଜନ ଆଉ ଧନ୍ୟ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହିଷ୍ଟୋରିଆନ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ତମର ସାଙ୍ଗ କିଛି ଲେଖିଛି, ତାର ଭିଜନ ଭିତରେ ତଫାତ ହେଲା ନା ନାହିଁ?
ଇଣ୍ଡିଭିଜୁଆଲ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ତ
ରହିବ ଏଟା, ହେଲା। ସୋ ସିଏ କହୁଛି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ପାଷ୍ଟ କୁ ଯାଇକି ଲେଖୁଛେ, that is not the, that may not be the real past,
yes
ହେଲା,
sir
real past ଟା ବୁଝା ପଡେ ନା? that means
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଅଶୋକଙ୍କର 3rd century BC ର କୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଯାଇକି ତମେ ଲେଖୁଛ, ହେଲା,
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ହେଲେ ଆମେ ସେଇଟା ପ୍ରକୃତ କଥାଟା ଲେଖିପାରିବା କି? we are
ନାଇଁ, ଯାହା
reflecting
ଶୁଣି
our
ଯାହା ମନେ ରଖିଛନ୍ତି, ଗୋଟେ ତଥ୍ୟ ଯାହା ସଂଗ୍ରହ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ତାକୁ ଟିକେ ଆମେ ମୋଡିଫାଇ କରିକି ଲେଖିବା,
କ'ଣ କହିଲ?
ମାନେ
ହ୍ୟାଲୋ,
ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଯାହା ଘଟିଛି ସେ ସେ
ହଁ
ଷ୍ଟେଜରେ ତ ଆମେ ନଥିଲେ, ସେ ଏଜରେ, ତ
ହଁ
ଏବେ ଆମେ ଯଦି ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ସେ ତଥ୍ୟ କିଛି ସଂଗ୍ରହ କରିବା, ଦେନ୍ ଆମେ
ହଁ
ଯାହା ମାନେ ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ତାକୁ ନେଇକି ଟିକେ ମଡର୍ଣ୍ଣାଇଜ କରିକି ଲେଖିବା।
ଲେଖିବା। ସୋ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ଦ, ଶୁଣ, ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି ଦ ଓପିନିଅନ ଅଫ ଦ କ୍ରିଟିକ୍ସ, those who are criticizing history,
ହଁ ହଁ ହଁ
ବୁଝା ପଡିଲା? those who are
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଜ୍ଞା
criticizing history, ଓକେ। ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ସେମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ତମେ 3rd century କି 3rd century ଆମେ କ'ଣ ଜନ୍ମ ହୋଇଥିଲେ କି? ଆମେ
ନାଇଁ
ଯାଇପାରିବା କି? ଆମେ ଯାହା ଇମାଜିନେସନ ଆମର ଯାହା ଇମାଜିନେସନ ଅଛି ତାକୁ ଆମେ ଡେଭଲପ କରି ଲେଖୁଛେ so it
ଆଜ୍ଞା
naturally it will differ from person to person individual to individuation so
yes
ସେଇଟା ସେ କହୁଛି କଣ it is all about the real past but the creation of the historian so sorry again the history was not at all about the real past ହେଲା ଏଇଟା real past ହଉ ନାହିଁ we are sitting in the present situation in the present
yes
time
sir
when we are writing the past but it is not the real past ଆମେ third century ଯାଇକି ଲେଖି ପାରୁନେ so it is the creation of the historian so what we are writing that is our creation I think I am clear okay hello
yes sir
hello
yes sir yes
hello Santoshini
yes sir
any doubt
ନାଇଁ sir ଏବେ ବୁଝିଲା
so also so all history is historians idea about the past so ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜଣେ ଲେଖେ ସେଟା କଣ ହଉଛି it is all about the past of the historians ideas past about the ideas of the historians so all history is the history of a thought so he has written a beautiful sentence though history is the history of a thought all history is the history of the thought ଆମର ଭାବନାଟା ହିଁ ସେଠି ରହିଯାଇଛି and it is not the real past what the critics they opined it I think I am clear Santoshini
yes sir
Santoshini
yes sir
okay
yes sir
okay
okay
Jyoti Chawla Jyoti
Yes, sir.
see any doubt please
No, sir. No, sir.
you are clear
Yes, sir.
okay so Vishwajita Mohanty the your team leader Vishwajita I think he is not able to listen me anyway then the cultural relativism okay so it is 3.42 inspired by the cultural anthropologist Clifford Greens some of the recent historical thinkers have argued that the historians' accounts of the past are colored by the ideas. Here, another interesting sentence he has given the historical account of the past, what we have written, what we are writing, what we are going to write, it is the colored by the ideas. Did you understand these points? Jyoti Chawla? Jyoti?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Are
Yes, sir.
you able to understand this sentence?
Yes, sir.
Again I am repeating. Hello,
Yes,
the
sir.
historians' accounts of the past, what we are writing, the historians' account of the past are colored by the ideas. So, ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ଯାହା ଲେଖୁଛେ we are something coloring. ଯେମିତି ଆମର ଗୋଟେ ଘରଟେ ଅଛି ଅତୀତର ଗୋଟେ ଘରଟେ ଅଛି ଏବଂ ତାକୁ ଯେମିତି ଆମେ କଲର କହିଦଉଛେ that is like that ବୋଲି ଅନ୍ୟ ଲୋକମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି କହିଲା ideas concept and languages of their own societies this means that such narratives are necessarily influenced by the cultural prejudice and social preoccupations of the historians ତେଣୁ ସେମାନେ କହିଲେ କଣ ନା generally it is a biased one generally history is a biased one କାହିଁକି cultural prejudice and social preoccupations naturally it is given its importance so this is the opinion of the some of the historians like Clifford Greens the a solar eclipse may be described variously by people belonging to different societies. Similarly, the death of a king may be attributed to evil spirit, illness, or conspiracy by his enemies. Therefore, the history written by the historian is shaped by the concept and beliefs of his or culture. So, what happened? Here is given a beautiful example. Suppose a king will die. He he may have the illness or he may be conspired by his enemies or he may have evil spirits but with the different persons or different historians they interpret it in their own way So, moreover, Greece also derives from the new linguistic theories in his conception of culture. In his opinion, culture should be seen as an assemblage of text which are imaginative works but out of social materials. So, what is culture? So, it is an imaginative work. What is the cultural history? It is an imaginative work built out of social materials. Even society is organized in terms of symbols, organization, and formulates as a principles. So society and culture became text whose meanings can be understood only through um, uh, semantic codes. The textual nature of society and culture by asserting that the real is imagined as the imaginary. So here, what he wants to tell that one thing, the cultural aspect of a society, it is a imaginary one. It is just like we are narrating a fact, like giving different kinds of colors. I think I am clear. If you have any doubt, kindly ask me. Jyoti Chawla.
No,
Jyoti,
sir, no doubt. No, sir, no
no
doubt.
doubt. No, Santoshini? Santoshini?
No doubt, sir. No
No
doubt.
doubt? ହେଲା so
Yes.
culture means what they opine that କଣ ନା ଆମେ ଯେମିତି ଗୋଟେ ପୁରୁଣା ଘର ଅଛି ପୁରୁଣା ଘରରେ ଆମେ ଯେମିତି କଲର ମାରୁଛେ କିଏ ନାଲି କଲର ମାରିଲା କିଏ ଗ୍ରୀନ ମାରିଲା କିଏ ହ୍ୱାଇଟ ମାରିଲା କିଏ ୟେଲୋ ମାରିଲା ଯେମିତି ମାରିଲା it differs from person to person. So history is just like this. It is the opinion of the some historians. So now we will see the linguistic and postmodern turn what is happened. So uh, um, Ferdinand de Saussure, a Swiss linguist who propounded the theory of structural linguistics. His theories influenced many intellectual movements such as structuralism, semiotic, and post-structuralism. So, in his book, Course in the General Linguistics, posthumously published in 1916, Saussure radically questioned the referential function of a language. According to him, language is a closed autonomous system, and words in any language refer to concepts and not to concrete things in the world. In other words, the language does not refer to real things in the world. It is not a medium of communicating meaning of the world, and the relationship between the language and the world is arbitrary. Language, according to Saussure, creates meaning on its own, and human thoughts are constituted by languages. So here is given another thing. So we are utilizing different kinds of languages. So here he wants to say that languages are not the real things to say about the past history. So how it is, I will see. I think I am clear. Santoshini? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
ସେ
sir.
କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ନା ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁଛେ ଆମେ ବେଳେ
ହଁ,
ବେଳେ
sir.
ସୁଇଟ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ବି ୟୁଜ କରୁଛେ କେତେକ ଇଣ୍ଡିଭିଜୁଆଲ ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ୟୁଜ କରୁଛନ୍ତି କିଏ କିଏ
ହଁ, sir.
ମାନେ ହାର୍ଟ ଟଚିଂ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଣ୍ଡ ସିଏ କହୁଛି କଣ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ଡଜ ନଟ ରେଫର ଟୁ ରିଏଲ ଥିଙ୍ଗସ ଇନ ଦ ୱାର୍ଲଡ ବୁଝାପଡ଼ିଲା ନା ନାହିଁ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ
sir.
ଡଜ ନଟ ରେଫର ଟୁ ରିଏଲ ଥିଙ୍ଗସ ଇନ ଦ ୱାର୍ଲଡ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜଟା ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁଛେ ଇଟ୍ ଡଜ ନଟ ରେଫର ଦ ପ୍ରକୃତ କଥାଟାକୁ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁନାହିଁ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଦଉଛେ ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ସିନେମାଟେ ଦେଖିଦେଲେ ସିନେମାଟେ ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ଦେଖୁଛେ ଆମେ ପ୍ରକୃତ ତାକୁ ଠିକ ଭାବେ ଆମେ କହିପାରୁଛେ କି ଆମେ ଯାହା କହୁଛେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ ତାକୁ ଅନ୍ୟ ୱେରେ ତାକୁ ଇଣ୍ଟରପ୍ରିଟ କରୁଛି
ହଁ,
ହେଲା
sir.
ଆମେ ଆମର ଇମୋସନଟାକୁ ଆମର ଇମାଜିନେସନଟାକୁ ଆମେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଆଗରେ ତାକୁ କଣ କରୁଛେ କହୁଛେ okay
Yes, sir.
so
Yes.
naturally it will differ from person to person individual to individual okay you can ask me okay any question Santoshini
No, sir. No, sir.
no
ବୁଝିଲେ।
sir so Roland Barthes a renowned French linguist and thinker carried the arguments further according to him, the claim of the historians to write about the reality of the past is fake. So he has given another opinion. Whenever a historian tells the reality of the past, that is fake. That is not correct. What he opined that historians' descriptions of the past basically refers to a number of concepts about the past and not reality of the past. So here he has given another point. So it is a number of a concept about the past. Whenever we are writing something, whenever a historian writes something, he has a concept about the past, but not the reality of the past. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଅଶୋକଙ୍କର ଲେଖିଲେ ଆମେ 3rd century କି imagine କରି ଲେଖୁଛେ ହେଲା, but it is not the reality of the past. ଆମେ ସେତେବେଳେ ନଥିଲେ, ତେଣୁ ଆମେ ଯାହା ଲେଖିଛେ ତାହା that is not reality what the French historians they opine. So this is all about the different opinions. You should not be worry and hurry. Okay. So Barthes considers objectivity as a product of what might be called the referential illusion. The historians believe that there is a past world to be discovered through the meticulous research. So what he wants to say that is a past world. So we should be very, very meticulous before going to have some new thing or to do a research work. So this is all about the different opinions. So Derrida, he used deconstruction to reveal the hidden meanings in a text. However, deconstruction ultimately does not bring out any meaning from the text. So this is all about the different opinions of the philosophers. I do not want to waste your time. If you have any question, you can ask me. So we will go to the historian's concern. Any doubt, Santoshini?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
We will go ahead. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We will go ahead. So, in the recent past, many historians have started expressing concern about the total denial of the possibility of achieving objectivity. So, it is a matter of a question how we will achieve our objectivity. Objectivity means not biased, because maximum history writings are biased one. So, Lawrence Stone, a British American historian, stated it clearly as follows. During the last 25 years, the subject matter of history that is events and behavior and the problem. Events, behavior and the problem, that is the explanation of a change over time, have all been brought seriously into question, thus throwing the profession, more especially in France and America, into a crisis of self-confidence about what it is doing and how it is doing it. So here is given a beautiful quotation. What is done since last 25 years? Next, Keith Jenkins, a postmodern thinker, proclaims the demise of both the upper and the lower cases histories. He says that history now appears to be just one more foundationless poisoned expression in a world of foundationless poison expression. So here is that what is about the postmodern history. So how it is going to destroy. So Patrick Joyce, another thinker, proclaims the end of history because social history is a child of modern history, which does not engage in the process of innocently naming the world, but creating it in its own political and intellectual image. Even in the field of Indian history, the concern is now increasingly evident. Many historians have reacted against the postmodernist tilt of the later subaltern studies. Prominent among such historians as Sumit Sarkar, Rosalind O'Henry, Ranjit Das Gupta, and David Wasserburg. here we will conclude this section by reiterating that the postmodernist intervention in historiography has unsettled the long-lasting notions so far as the philosophy of history is concerned. So, what about the postmodern history? So, what they want to say that what was the writing of history in the past and the present, it is a large gap. So here we have given the importance of subaltern history. Subaltern history means ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆଗ ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ଆମେ ଲେଖୁଥିଲେ ରଜାମାନଙ୍କ ସବୁ achievement ଲେଖୁଥିଲେ ସନ୍ତୋଷିନୀ
yes sir, yes sir.
ରଜାମାନଙ୍କର କାହାଣୀ ସବୁ ଆମେ ଆଗ ଲେଖୁଥିଲେ ହେଲା ଏବଂ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ କ'ଣ ହେଲା ଗ୍ରାଜୁଆଲି ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ଏବଂ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ଆମେ କ'ଣ କଲେ ସୋସିଆଲ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଲେଖିଲେ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ଇକୋନୋମିକାଲ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଲେଖିଲେ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ କଲଚରାଲ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଲେଖିଲେ ଏବଂ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ we are giving to the importance of subaltern history. Subaltern history means those who are under the grassroots level. Grassroots level କିଏ କିଏ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଧନ୍ୟ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ମୁଁ କହୁଥିଲି ଗତ କ୍ଲାସରେ କହିଛି ମଧ୍ୟ ନା ଧନ୍ୟ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ବିରାଟ ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ ଗୋଟେ କଲେ ଗୋଟେ ବିରାଟ ସୁନ୍ଦର ଗୋଟେ ଅଟ୍ଟାଳିକା ନିର୍ମାଣ କଲେ ଅଟ୍ଟାଳିକା ନିର୍ମାଣ କଲେ ଆମେ ଜଣକୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରାକ୍ଟିଂ ଦେଇଦେଲେ ଏବଂ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରାକ୍ଟର କ'ଣ କଲା କାମ କରିଦେଲା ବଟ୍ in the grassroots level who has contributed a lot generally the working class people hela we are not giving any importance to them okay ebe ame dekhiba amar hochi freedom movement katha ame chinta kariba freedom movement katha ame jeta chinta kale ame dekhile je ame sabole कहले नेहरू गांधी सुभाष बोस ba अन्यान्य mane leader mane what is their contribution but never we have given any importance to the people, to the mass movement, never we have given importance. So now this is the time. So we have to find out the importance of the grassroots level. Okay. So possibility of objectivity. Our knowledge of the world is mediated through our present concern, ideological commitments, cultural environment, and intellectual atmosphere. The historians also accept that sources are not unproblematic. To tell the whole truth of the past does not mean that even partial truth cannot be reclaimed. As Nelson, one of the critics of the relativist position, has pointed out, in one sense, historical narratives are inventions in the sense that they are made by historians, but it is not clear that it follows from this that they are made up. So here is given different kinds of the objectivity, the problems of the objectivity. So it is already now it is the completed one. So my dear friends, if you have any question, kindly ask me. Then we will go to the otherwise we will go to the next unity, the history and ideology and society. If you have any question, kindly ask me. Now it is 7:30. We have a 30 minutes more and we can discuss another unity. Santoshini?
Yes
Now
sir.
this is the time for a question hour. You can ask me any question.
Sir ଟିକେ ଦେଖିକି କହୁଛି sir ଟିକେ.
Then Jyoti Chawla.
No question, sir. No question, sir.
Thank you. Then Chinmay Pushti. Chinmay. Suchishmita Behra from Bhadrak. Suchishmita is not here, I think. Then
Sir, 1 minute, sir. I will just make an announcement. I found that students are very curious to attend all the counseling classes.
sir,
Every day I am receiving mails from the student why you are not conducting online classes. When
sir.
when the RC is conducting online classes, out of 250 or 300 students, only 14 students are present, including you
Sir,
and me.
sir.
So
Sir,
this
sir.
is the state of matter, and is a very concern, because if the student, I have already shared with the student, if the student strength is reduced or less than 10, so ultimately I'll force to stop these online class because they are not interested. For whom
sir,
we are serious,
sir,
because you
sir,
see,
sir,
entire day I'm busy for this online class and I'm sending the SMS, these, that, lot of things I'm doing for this online class. If they are not interested, so for what reason we will continue the class, sir?
sir,
Because
sir,
student participation is required, so very much
sir,
required.
sir,
Okay,
sir,
sir, you continue.
sir. Okay, Santoshini, if you have any question, kindly ask me. Santoshini,
Sir, no question, sir.
unit three, there is no question. Then Chinmay Pushti, Munandura, Muna. So here, one thing I want to make it again clear that, so regarding the unity 3, I think, so here the historians, they make it clear. So what is the objectivity? Whenever we are going to write some history, so we should not be biased one. It is the motto of the historians. So to say, it is the motto of the historiography. Before writing something, we should write scientifically, and we should not be a biased one. Otherwise, it will not be a history, or so to say, we also may not promote to the position of a historian. So whenever we write something, we should give more importance for the collection of the facts. We should examine the facts. We should, like a judge, like an advocate, we should make proper conscious while collecting the facts or the data. Then we should not be a biased one. Suppose one event, it is belonging to our locality, our place, we should not be biased one, or we should not give any importance. We should maintain our neutrality. It is all about the unity 3. So I think I am clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in my next class. So my dear friends, we will go to unity 4, history,
Sir,
ideology,
Sir,
and
doubt
okay,
ଅଛି, sir,
sir,
doubt
please
ଅଛି.
excuse me. Uh,
okay,
so there's a question like if
okay,
we see the earliest critics of objectivity in history, that means the three
yes,
critics that we received just now,
hmm,
and whatever are their arguments, they are correct. The critics are correct because if we see the language, that is correct. If they say that we are writing imaginative, that is also correct. That means the critics are correct. Suppose if we are asked in the examination that do you agree with
Yes,
them,
sir.
what should we write?
Yes, sir. Same
अच्छा सुनो,
question, sir.
बहुत बढ़िया क्वेश्चन पचाला ज्योति. You are asking me very interesting questions also. I am very much pleased. So you
Thank you,
see,
sir.
you see one thing. ଆମେ ଯାଉଛେ, ଆମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ରାସ୍ତାରେ ଯାଉଛେ, ଆମେ ଆମେ ପ୍ରପର ୱେଲ୍ ଡ୍ରେସ୍ଡ, ଆମେ ୱେଲ୍ ଡ୍ରେସ୍ ହେଇ ଯାଉଛେ, ଆମେ ସ୍କୁଟି
Yes, sir.
ଚଲାଉଛେ ବା ଯାହା କିଛି କରୁଛେ, ତମକୁ ଦେଖିକିରି ଜଣେ ତମ ସାଙ୍ଗ କହିଲା ତମେ ସ୍କୁଟି ଚଲା ଆସିକି ପୁରାପୁରି 100 ମିଟର ଆଗକୁ ଚାହଁ, ଆଉ ଜଣେ କହିଲା ତମେ ଟିକେ ଲଇଁ ଯାଉଛ, ଆଉ ଜଣେ କହିଲା ତମେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରେଟ୍ ଚାହୁଁଛ, what you will do, you tell me. This is the statement or opinions of the critics. They will criticize you. ତମକୁ ଜଣେ କହିଲା ତମର ଡ୍ରେସ୍, ତମ ଯୋଉ ଗେଟଅପ୍ ଟା ଆଜି ତମେ ଯୋଉ ଧଳାକୁ ଆଉ ମେରୁନ୍ ପିନ୍ଧିଛ ସେଟା ଠିକ ହେଲାନି, ତମେ ଆକାଶ ନୀଳ କଲର ପିନ୍ଧିଲେ ଭଲ ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା. So what we will do? Can you say me? Are you able to understand my points, what I am
Yes,
telling?
sir.
Jyoti.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is
Yes, sir.
their opinions. So ତମେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ଶୁଣ, ଗୋଟେ ମଜା କଥାରେ ସେମାନେ କହିଲେ ଯେ ଆମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଏବେ ଅଶୋକ ଉପରେ ଲେଖିବା ବା ହାତୀଗୁମ୍ଫା ଇନସ୍କ୍ରିପସନ ଲେଖିବା, ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମୁଁ ଲେଖିବାକୁ ଯାଉଛି. That means I am imagining the history of the 3rd century BC.
Right,
ଶୁଣ,
sir.
ସେଠି ସେ କଣ କହୁଛେ ଯେ it is not the reality.
Yeah.
It is history, but it has no reality. କାହିଁକି ଆମେ 3rd century କି ଯାଇକି ଯୋଉ imagination କରୁଛେ, ଯୋଉ imagine କରୁଛେ, naturally it will differ from individual to individual.
Hmm.
ନା ନାହିଁ, କରିବ ନା ନାହିଁ?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
it is their opinion. But what would be the nature of the historians? Always we should collect the facts. We should collect the data. The people may criticize us. We should not have any hesitation. It is their duty. They have to criticize us. Otherwise, how history will survive? ତମକୁ ଯଦି ଜଣେ criticize କରିବନି, how you will progress? So criticism means they are not our enemies. Rather, they are tries to bring a reforms of the society. I think I am clear. Jyoti?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Thank you. Any question?
Sir,
Santoshini Maharana?
हाँ सर
संतोषिनी?
सर सेम क्वेश्चन ज्योति को सेम क्वेश्चन मोर भी अच्छी मु से पचार जो से पचारले जदि आमे
हाँ।
आर्गुमेंट गुडा को कोन कहिचंदी हिस्टोरियन गुडा को आमे से आर्गुमेंट गुडा को लिखिलु तापर से कुछ डू यू
हाँ।
एग्री विथ देम जदि आमे सेथरे एग्री करूछु ताहले आमे ताकू नै कि लिखिबु ना आमे
नहीं
गुटी
सुनो नहीं
आज्ञा
you will give your own opinion. आमे
अच्छा
opinion दा किमिन दबा मु तुमको कहूची तम history means record of the past events.
यस
ना
सर
नहीं
यस
history
सर
means record of the past events and it is our duty to examine the past facts or data. ତମକୁ ଗୋଟେ କଥା ମୁଁ କହୁଥିଲି ଯେ କେତେଜଣ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫାଇଟର ସେମାନେ ପ୍ରକୃତରେ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫାଇଟର ନୁହନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ସେମାନେ ସେ ସମୟରେ ଚୋରି କାମ ଯୋଗୁଁ ଜେଲ ଯାଇଥିଲେ ବଟ୍ ଦେ ଆର୍ ଗେଟିଂ ପେନସନ୍ସ
अच्छा सर
ଅଛି ନା ନାହିଁ ଏମିତିକାର ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି
हाँ हाँ सर हाँ
ସୋ
सर
ହଁ ଅଛି ସୋ वी शुड नॉट बी बायस्ड ସେ ଆମ ଗାଁର ଲୋକଟା ହେଇଛି ସେ ମୋର ଭାଇଟା ହେଇଛି ସେ ମୋର ମାମୁଁଟା ହେଇଛି ତା ନାଁଟା ଲେଖି ଦେଇଥିବା ସିଏ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟରେ ମାସକୁ 5,000 ପାଉ କଣ ହେଇଗଲା ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟର ପଇସା ସରିଯାଉଛି କି ସୋ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଏ ନୋସନ ଚିନ୍ତା କରୁଛେ वी आर नॉट हिस्टोरियंस सो
यस
इट इज नॉट द ड्यूटी ऑफ द हिस्टोरियंस ଏବେ ପୋଲିସ ଜଣକୁ ଟଙ୍କା ନେଇଗଲା ଇଜ ଇଟ୍ ଦ ଡ୍ୟୁଟି ଅଫ ଦ ପୋଲିସ नो
नो
truly he is not a police inspector or a police. So we should see what is the duty of the historians, what should be the notion, what should be the goal of the historians. These are the narrow ideas, these are the
यस
parochial ideas, and the critics they will criticize. It is their duty. That does not mean that we will deviate from our path. बुझा पड़ा नहीं संतोष सिंह
आज्ञा सर
हाँ
तो से एग्रीमेंट
हाँ
सहित आमे माने जो आर्गुमेंट गुड के सहित आमे एग्री करी कि ता पॉजिटिव रे आमे लिखिबो
लिखिए निश्चय लिखिए सेटा
आज्ञा
पॉजिटिव थिंग्स
आज्ञा
कोन सी मैंने सेटा कहि दिले बंची आमे सेटा स्टॉप हे जिया ता नु आमे
ना
सबुल देखिए पड़िबो व्हाट शुड बी द नेचर ऑफ हिस्ट्री हला व्हाट शुड बी इट्स ऑब्जेक्टिविटी
आज्ञा
समाने गोटे जिंस कहले वी शुड राइट साइंटिफिकली एंड ऑब्जेक्टिविटली हला साइंटिफिकली मींस वी शुड एग्जामिन द facts and we should
राइट
examine the data properly. Okay, and we should not be objectivity means we should not be biased one. Hello, and second chapter रे से कहला गोटे जिंस the causes and the effects. Suppose गोटे घटना घटिची we have to see, we have to analyze where is the causes and which causes are absent till now and what would be the consequences. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଦେଖୁଛେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଲେ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ୱାର୍ଲଡ ୱାର ଆମେ ଦେଖିଲେ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ୱାର୍ଲଡ ୱାର ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ଦେଖୁଛେ ଇଣ୍ଡୋ ଚାଇନା ୱାର ଇଜ ଗୋଇଂ ଟୁ ହେପେନ୍ ସୋ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଉଡ୍ ବି ଇଟ୍ସ କନସିକ୍ୱେନ୍ସେସ୍ ଆମେ ଆମର ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ହେଲା ଆମେ वी हैव टू एग्जामिन ଏବଂ ସେ କହିଲା व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन लिटरेचर एंड व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन फिलोसफी एंड हिस्ट्री सो वी शुड बी ए अनबायस्ड पर्सन लाइक ए जज देन ओनली आवर मिशन writing history or historiography will be fulfilled. I think I am clear, Santoshini?
यस सर
Huh? So we will go
यस
to Unity 4 or any question from any of you or friends you can ask me. Any question Suchishna Behra from Bhadrak. Suchishna Behra. I think he's not here. Ambika from Aska. Ambika, not here. Then Bapi Panda, Vishweta Mohanty. Bapi,
No, sir. No, sir.
no question. You are. I think Bapi, you are a lady or a
नहीं सर
man
मोरो
or female?
हस्बैंड को ईमेल आईडी डाटा सर
Okay. Thank you very much. I am sorry. So I think you are clear.
यस सर
Huh? What's
यस
your
सर
good name, please? Good name.
सर संगीता कुमारी साहू
Sunita Kamal Sahu, which place?
Sir, Barampur, Ganjam.
Barampur, Ganjam. I am also belonging to Barampur. Huh?
Sir.
Okay. Okay. Are you able to understand all these points?
Yes, sir.
Huh? No problem,
No problem.
Sunita. No
Yes, sir.
problem. Then
Yes.
I am asking about Vishwajita Mohanty. Vishwajita, your leader, team leader. I think she's not here. Vishwajita Mohanty. Okay, we will go ahead. Okay. So our unity 4, history, ideology, and society. It is under a new aspect. We will see what is history, what is ideology, and what is the society. So an ideology consists of a system of views, beliefs, and ideas. So here he has given an interesting sentence. Ideology consists of views. Ideology means it has different views, beliefs, and ideas. It may render support for a socio-economic formation. So, ideology means it has different kinds of views, views of the people, views of the individual, and beliefs, beliefs of the individual, and ideas of different kinds of people. History embraces past, present, and future. It is clear. The future is yet to happen. It is real only in the sense of being what the interested people may envisage through their understanding of the past and the present. So, what happened? The real things is that we are remaining in the present position, we are remaining in the present time, and we are imagining the past. That is the history. Such understanding of different persons and groups may be quite variable. So naturally, history may be different from individual to individual. Time past and time present are both perhaps present in time future. So whenever we are remaining in the present, we are looking to the past and we are concluding for the future. This is the ideology of the history. Thucydides, a citizen of Athens in the 4th and 5th century BC, wrote a history of the Peloponnesian War. These cities at war were Athens and Sparta. Athens was a democratic state. From 16th century BC onwards had been passing through changes bearing on democratic advances, maritime extension, and naval power. And addition to expanding trade, maritime superiority led to the rise and growth of Athenian Empire. So what happened? If you see the time of Thucydides from the 6th century BC, there was a gradual change. There was a gradually advance of the democratic form of government. So all this could account for far-reaching changes in the ways of Athenian life and thought. So if you see the Athens and Sparta, so the Athenian life had made a tremendous change. Sparta was subject to oligarchic rule and extremely conservative in its attitude to economic activity and social design of living, their sanctions and prohibitions. So, on the other hand, what happened for Sparta? It is a oligarchic rule. Oligarchic rule means a small group of people control the country. Oligarchical, a small group of people, they control the government. That is known as a oligarchy. And on the other hand, Sparta was a extremely conservative. On the other hand, Athenians were they are burdened. So Athens developed a lot. Though in Athenian, Thucydides was an anti-democrat and had little sympathy for the change in Athens, breaking away for her old moorings. In several places of the Peloponnesian War, Thucydides made description and comments which betrayed his oligarchic sympathies. So, though Thucydides has no sympathy for a democratic form of government, it is already proved in several places of his writing. So, the Middle Ages appear to be a handy level to denote the period dividing the Greco-Roman antiquity in Europe from its modern times. This stage of history was characterized by feudal society and economy. The hierarchy of the feudal landlords, their different levels, the church with its clerical arrangements, and the toiling peasantry mostly bound to serfdom required that the relatively lower strata would be obliged to render some specified service to the king. The nobles and the clergy, the typical forms of division among the people according to their status and the legal place were known as social estates. That is going to the nobles and the gentry constituting the higher estates, the peasants, petty artisans, and tradesmen belonging to the lower estates. The dominant form of social existence among the peasant workers was known as serfdom. For the allotment of land received from the lord, the serfs were subject to the compulsion of unpaid labor service on its lord's lands. Accordingly, the arrangement was based on labor rent. The feudal system passed through several forms of rent payments, that is labor, kind, and money. So what happened, my dear friends? So this is all about the feudalism in Europe. So what happened during the medieval period, feudal society, ସେତେବେଳେ କ'ଣ ହେଇଥିଲା? ରଜାମାନେ they failed to control the people. So they given the entire property the feudal lords. Feudal lords ମାନେ କ'ଣ କଲେ ନା they distributed the landed property among the peasants. ହେଲା, ଏବଂ ସେମାନେ କ'ଣ କଲେ ସେଠି ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି ନା ଏ ଯୋଉ ପିଜେଣ୍ଟ ମାନେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ କ'ଣ କଲେ, ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ସେମାନେ ଖଟେଇଲେ ଏବଂ ଖଟେଇକିରି ଯୋଉ ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ସେମାନେ କୀଟଦାସ ହିସାବରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଏଙ୍ଗେଜ କଲେ. ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଅଲ୍ ଆବାଉଟ୍ ଦ ମିଡିଲ ଏଜେସ୍. ଓକେ ଓକେ ସୁନିତା 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 ସନ୍ତୋଷିନୀ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is all about the Middle Ages. I am telling something because the time is now it is 22. Just I will tell in a nutshell. In the larger part of the Europe, particularly in its western countries, the Middle Ages were superseded by the beginning and development of the capitalism. The rise of humanist culture and a series of important scientific discoveries accounted for the main features of the Renaissance philosophical thought. Humanism placed a large premium of freedom of the individual, opposed religious and asceticism, and vindicated man's right to pleasure and satisfaction of earthly desire and requirements. Some of the most prominent humanists were Petrarch, Dante, Boccaccio, Leonardo da Vinci, Bruno, Copernicus, Shakespeare, and Francis Bacon. So what happened, my dear friends? During the Middle Ages means ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା world list ଦେଖିବା ଯେ we have three stages. One is ancient, second is medieval, and third is modern period. Ancient कोटा ना from the very beginning of the history up to 5th century, then 5th to 15th century AD, then 15th to onwards, that is the modern period. So medieval period ta जो 5th century AD to 15th century AD जो आसिला एटा कौन हैतिला ना generally the church they dominated the society. Okay, Sunita.
Again, sir. Sir, Sangita.
So, Sangita, I'm sorry. I know Sunita, I am Sangita. Okay. So, what happened during medieval period? कौन हैची ना the church, popes and bishops they dominated the society. ଏବଂ ସେଟା ଯାହା ପଢା ଯାଉଥିଲା କେବଳ ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନିଟି ଉପରେ ହିଁ ପାଠ ପଢା ଯାଉଥିଲା ବାଟ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏନଲାଇଟେନମେଣ୍ଟ କଥା ଆସିଲା ନ୍ୟୁ ଥଟ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆସିଲା ହେଲା ତମର ଏଇଟା ନାହିଁ 5th ଇୟର ତମର ଯୋଉ ତମର ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଇୟର ପିଜି ରେ ଥିଲା ସେଇଟା ନା ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ ଅଫ ଦ ଏନଲାଇଟେନମେଣ୍ଟ ଯୋଉ ଅଛି ସେଟା କଣ ହେଇଛି ନା ନୂଆ ନୂଆ ଫିଲୋସୋଫର ସେମାନେ ଆସିଲେ ହେଲା ଏବଂ ସେମାନେ ଆସିଲେ କଣ they asked different questions they asked different questions କଣ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ପଚାରିଲେ ନା ସେମାନେ କହୁଥିଲେ ନା ପୋପ ପାଖରେ ହିଁ ସ୍ୱର୍ଗର ଚାବିକାଠିଟା ଅଛି ବୁଝା ପଡିଲା ତେଣୁ ତମେ ଯଦି ପୋପକୁ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରିବ ତୁମେ ଯଦି ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚକୁ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରିବ ତୁମେ ଯଦି ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନିଟିକୁ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରିବ ଅଟୋମେଟିକାଲି ୟୁ ୱିଲ୍ ଗୋ ଟୁ ହେଭେନ୍ ଅର୍ ୟୁ ୱିଲ୍ ଫେଲ୍ ଇନ୍ ଯୋଉ ନର୍କ କଥା କୁହାଯାଉଛି ହେଲା ଏ ଯୋଉ ହେଭେନ୍ ଆଉ ହେଲ୍ ଏ ଦିଟା କଥା ଯୋଉ କୁହାଗଲା ଏଇଟା ସେତେବେଳେ କଣ ହଉଥିଲା ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ୱାଜ ଦ କନସେପ୍ଟ ଡ୍ୟୁରିଂ ଦ ମିଡିଏଭାଲ ପିରିୟଡ ଏବଂ ଯୋଉ ନୂଆ ନୂଆ ଏନଲାଇଟେନମେଣ୍ଟ ଆସିଲେ କିଏ ଆସିଲେ ନା ପେଟ୍ରାର୍କ ଆସିଲେ ଦାନ୍ତେ ଆସିଲେ ବୋକାସିଓ ଆସିଲେ ହେଲା ଦାନ୍ତେ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି ଦ ଡିଭାଇନ କମେଡି ଲିଓନାର୍ଡୋ ଡା ଭିଞ୍ଚି ହେଲା ଏମାନେ ଆସିଲେ ସେକ୍ସପିୟର ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସିସ୍ ବେକନ ଏମାନେ କଣ କଲେ they have given a new thought they have given a new thought to the human beings ସେଠୁ କଣ ହେଲା ସେମାନେ ଆଉ କଣ ହେଇଛି ମିଡିଏଭାଲ ପିରିୟଡରେ କଣ ହେଇଛି ଯୋଉ ଉପରେ ଯୋଉ ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚ ବିଶପ ମାନଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ଯୋଉ ଏତେ କଥା କୁହାଯାଉଥିଲା ସେଟା ଗ୍ରାଜୁଆଲି କଣ ହେଲା ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ଲୋପ ପାଇ ଆସିଲା ହେଲା ଏବଂ ସେଟା କୁହାଯାଉଛି ନା ଦି ଫଲ୍ ଅଫ ଖ୍ରୀଷ୍ଟିଆନିଟି of Italy that is the beginning of the new world ହେଲା that is the beginning of the modern world ସେଇଠୁ ଆସିଲା ଏବଂ ସେଟା କଣ ହେଇଛି ନା ନୂଆ ନୂଆ ଥଟ୍ ଲୋକ ଆସିଲେ ମାର୍ଟିନ ଲୁଥର an eminent also the earliest leader of the reformation denied that the church and the clergy could be the mediators between the man and God ସେମାନେ କହିଲେ ଯୋଉ କ୍ଲେର୍ଜି ମାନେ ଯୋଉ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉ ବିଶପ ମାନେ ଅଛନ୍ତି they are not the mediators between the God and the man so the position of John Calvin ହେଲା it follows that quantity and quality of the work in his world remains the only road to human salvation so another person ଆସିଲେ John Calvin ସେ କଣ କହିଲେ ନା କ୍ୱାଣ୍ଟିଟି and quality of the work ଆମେ ଯୋଉ କଥା ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ କହୁଛେ କର୍ମ ଫଳ ମନୁଷ୍ୟ କଣ ହୁଏ ନିଜର କର୍ମ ଫଳକୁ ନେଇକରି ସେ ଜନ୍ମଗ୍ରହଣ କରେ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ଟ୍ରୁ ଆମେ ଯୋଉ କର୍ମ କରୁଛେ ଆଜି ଯୋଉ କର୍ମ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ କରୁଛେ ତାକୁ ନେଇକରି ଆମର ଆସନ ଜନ୍ମଟା ତିଆରି ହଉଛି ଏବଂ ଆମେ ସେ କଥା ଜାଣିପାରୁନେ ଯେ ଜଣେ କାହିଁକି ଗରିବ ହଉଛି ଜଣେ କାହିଁକି ଧନୀ ହଉଛି ଯଦି ଆମେ 5ଟା ପିଲା ଗୋଟେ ବାପା ମା ରହିଛେ ଜଣେ ପୁରାପୁରି ଉପରକୁ ଯାଉଛି ଆଉ ଜଣେ କାହିଁକି ତଳକୁ ଆସୁଛି ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ଅଲ୍ ଏବାଉଟ୍ ଦ କର୍ମସ୍ ଆମେ ଯୋଉ କର୍ମ କରୁଛେ ଆମେ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ରୂପେ କର୍ମର ଫଳ ଆମେ ପାଇବା ପାଇଁ ବାଧ୍ୟ but we are not believing it and John Calvin he has given a beautiful quotation it follows that quantity and quality of the work in this world remains the only route to human salvation ତେଣୁ ଜଣେ ଯୋଉ ମୁକ୍ତି ପାଇବ the way କଣ ସେଟା ନା the quality and the quantity of the work the rise of economic individualism and laissez-faire accounted for a new balance of relations between religion state and civil society so the rise of economic individualism and laissez-faire means not to interfere of the state it accounted for a new balance of relation between religion state and civil society so the ideological contributions of the Renaissance and the Reformations have already has given a great impact on the society a major event of intellectual history beginning roughly after the glorious revolution of England in 1688 and ending with the French Revolution a century later Diderot Voltaire Rousseau Montesquieu Adam Smith Goethe Schiller and many other thinkers of abiding importance were among the followers of the philosophy of the Enlightenment and their aim was to spread ideas of goodness, liberty, justice, and scientific knowledge. So, during the Renaissance period, what happened? These are the Rousseau, Voltaire, Montesquieu, Diderot. They have given a different new ideas to the mental horizon of the people. So, which has their aim was to spread the ideas of goodness, liberty, justice, and scientific knowledge. So this is all about the history and ideology. Ideology of the different persons. Ideology means different ideas, beliefs, ideas, views, views, beliefs, and ideas. This is all about the ideology. So, my dear friends, if you have any doubt, kindly ask me. And with this, if you have any doubt, kindly ask me. Then after we will go to the next point, meaning of ideology. Sangeeta? Sangeeta?
नाही सर କିଛି डाउट नाही सर
Doubt nahi.
Yes,
Then Santoshini?
No, sir. No, sir. Doubt nahi, sir.
Vishweta?
ମୋର ଟିକେ
କିଛି
ଡାଉଟ୍
doubt ନାହିଁ? Doubt ଅଛି?
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
ନାହିଁ।
ମୁଁ ଟିକେ
Okay.
କ୍ଲାସ୍ କରିପାରିନଥିଲି କିଛି ଅର୍ଜେଣ୍ଟ କାମ ଥିଲା ବୋଲି
ଆଚ୍ଛା ଠିକ ଅଛି ଠିକ ଅଛି ହେଲା
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ଦେନ୍ ଜ୍ୟୋତି ଜ୍ୟୋତି
no doubt, sir. No doubt, sir.
no doubt no doubt so
No, sir.
my dear friends so this is what happened again I am telling in a briefly because the time is now it is already it is going to be 8 so this is all about the history ideology and society though it is not just we have covered 1/3 so what happened so ideology means different kinds of views beliefs and ideas then here it is given the different ideologies of the different philosophers so here is given during the medieval period what I am telling during the medieval period medieval means 5th century AD to 15th century AD okay during this period church bishops and clergies they dominated the society ହେଲା ସେମାନେ କଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚରେ ଯାହା କୁହାଯିବ ସେମାନେ କହୁଥିଲେ କ୍ଲେର୍ଜି ଆଉ ବିଶପରେ ହିଁ ସ୍ୱର୍ଗକୁ ଯିବାର ଚାବିକାଠି ଅଛି ଏବଂ ଆଉ କାହା ପାଖରେ ନାହାନ୍ତି ଆଉ କାହା ପାଖରେ ନାହିଁ ହେଲେ ଏ ଜିନିଷ ଯୋଉ କହୁଥିଲେ ଦିସ୍ ୱାଜ ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜଡ ବାଇ ଦ ଏନଲାଇଟେନ୍ ଗ୍ରୁପ ହେଲା ଏବଂ କଣ ହେଇଛି ରୁସୋ ଭୋଲ୍ଟାयर ମଣ୍ଟେସ୍କ୍ୟୁ शेक्सपियर they are the richest persons in knowledge they are the enlightened persons of the Indian society they imbued they have given they have given different kinds of new ideas new thoughts to the people so the people could understand about their quality so ସେମାନେ କହିଲେ ନା ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚ ବିଷୟ ଯାହା କହୁଥିଲେ that is not true so you ask the question whether it is true or false okay they ask the question whether it is yes or no accordingly you do it so this is all about the intellectual persons or the Renaissance and the Reformation movement of the medieval society then we will go to the meaning of ideology so now it is time I think we will wind up here and next time we will come to the meaning of ideology okay